Hey guys, it's Ben. I just wanted to chat with you guys for a second about 718 and what exactly it is. We have people ask all the time, what is 718? Is it a youth service? Is it an adult service? And the answer is kind of yes. 718 is a modern worship service designed to create an environment that is irresistible to worship. We believe the only way to do that is by putting Christ front and center. Now, when making decisions and creating 718 and thinking about our new directions from week to week, we look at the 18 to 30-year-old demographic. This is a demographic that is the most unreached group of people in North America, the most unreached age group in North America. And so we're looking at that and saying, what do we need to do to bring in that group of people? So we're looking at culture, we're looking at their daily lives and what they're involved in and what it looks like, and we're wondering how we can use those things to directly affect the worship service that we provide here at 718. So in essence, it's kind of like a young adult service, but it's a service that's open to everyone. We find when trying to reach the 18 to 30 year olds and to look at what they want and desire, we bring in a lot of other people that are older than 30-year-old. We bring in a lot of students as well, and so that's great. That's what this is all about. It's just an awesome time of worship. Modern worship is, I know we hear these terms all the time: contemporary worship, modern worship, relevant worship, postmodern worship, blended worship, traditional worship. Modern worship hopefully is a style of worship that changes with time. That right now, what is modern worship, what we're doing currently, will not be the same in 3 or 4 years. That we are going to continue to put Christ front and center, that we're going to continue to be biblically sound, but the way we package these things is going to look at the culture of today. And so things are going to continue to stay modern. Right now, things are very this alternative rock, event style worship that seems to be working in a great way to reach our generation. But in 3 or 4 years, it might look totally different than that. We don't know. But we do want to be something that's constantly moving with each day, not with each year evaluating and saying what's new now, but each day moving with culture. 718 came from Psalm 71:8. The Message version says this. It says, "As each day brims with your beauty, may our mouths brim with praise." That's what we desire. We desire to have an environment that is irresistible to worship. If you go camping, me and my wife Cassidy really enjoy the outdoors and camping. If we wake up in the morning while we're out backpacking, let's say, and we unzip our tent and we walk out and just see the beauty of God and the world declaring that, His praise. What if we created an environment, a room, and as soon as you open the door, and your mouth was filled with praise, and it was just irresistible. You didn't have to have a worship leader say, stand up, sit down, go to the altar, come up here for an invitation, raise your hands. But instead, we had a freedom to worship a King who had set us free. And we created a worship service by putting Christ front and center, and that's the only way. It makes worship, it makes Him, it makes this environment irresistible. So Psalm 71:8 is where we get 718, 718. That's where we get it. Lastly, we just hope that you find somewhere to plug into a local church. We find it very important to worship with other believers. We find it important. Christ says in His Word to men to love their wives as He loved the church. Man, what an emphasis He put on the church. How it's important for us to grow as believers and to go out into our world, our community, and our cities as one body, pressing forward. So if you don't have a local church, if you don't have a local worship service that you worship at, we'd love for you to come visit us. There's nothing more we would enjoy, but most of all, we really just hope you have somewhere that you're able to go together, gather with your family and friends, and worship. If you want more information on 718, or Helena United Methodist Church. We can go to 718worship.com. You can go to our YouTube page, which is 718worship, our Twitter, all those things. Or you can go to HelenaUMC.org and find out things about the church as a whole.